Hey Jude, I think this is a great question on backstroke, and is it a shoulder driven stroke or should you rotate from the hips? I was certainly taught to rotate from the hips, and what I've realized by both looking at the very best backstrokers, typically the backstrokers that break the world record, and also my own swimming in the pool, is that backstroke, rotational strokes, freestyle and backstroke, when you look at any other sport versus swimming, they have the benefit of having something solid to leverage off, and that's typically through their feet. They've got a solid medium, which is the earth, which is ground, that they can leverage off to generate power. We don't have that in the pool. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't be trying to create leverage. And for me, that leverage comes from the hips. So I've tested this in my own swimming, where I would do a lap in a 25-meter pool, where I would do the technique that I was taught, and then I would reduce or eliminate the rotation in my hips so that I can create leverage from my hips. And as my body rotates, there's a force called torsion that I can generate more power through more of my body. And the end result is I can do 11 strokes rotating and 10 strokes not rotating. So that's all the evidence that I needed to go, hang on a minute, really should we be rotating like we've been taught? And for me, without question, the answer is absolutely no. So I would, look, naturally the cyclical motion of your arms is going to create a shoulder rotation, that's fine, but the more stable that you can keep your hips, the more of your body from your hips up you are going to be using in the pull stroke, okay? That's the concept. So when you get that and you start to learn how to rotate off your hips, and the key is to not rotate too far, because if you rotate too far, those hips are going to drop, and as soon as they drop, you lose that connection. So if you've got any other specific questions on this is something that is new in my mind. I'm still trying to get clear on it myself, but I think there's a whole lot to be said about freestyle and backstroke, leveraging your hips, keeping them still so that you're generating power from that part of your body. And I just think, yeah, I think that's the way it should be swum.